Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. 2 days ago at our KH Club, our meeting was about change. Now, change is a very important topic. And tonight, when you listen to my speech, I want you to think about change. But more importantly, I want to implore you to make a specific change in your life. That change is to not let life get in your way. We all have goals, dreams, and aspirations. No matter what in your life, it's determination and motivation that will get you there. If you truly want something, it's only up to you to get yourself there. You may have a little help along the way, but ultimately, it's up to you. Now, in our KH Club, we have an eminent member. This member's name is Bob Taylor. Now, before coming to Toastmasters, she was already an eminent speaker. But what he does is he teaches people how to progress in their life. Now, I've seen Bob give many motivational speeches. But the problem with this is, it's not up to Bob to give you motivation. He can give you a speech and motivate you. But ultimately, when you walk out that door, it's up to you. Now, within my speech tonight, I have two main points. Well, the first main point that I have for you is to talk with you about some of the goals that I've had. Now, to start at the beginning, I didn't always have determination, motivation. To tell you the truth, when I was in 6th grade, I had a school psychologist tell both me and my parents that I'd be in jail by the time I was in 8th grade. Now, she determined my future for me. But my parents said, we don't believe this. If you have a goal and you're determined to get there, you won't end up in jail. The first goal that I set for myself in my life was to be a gold medalist. I wanted to be a gold medalist at the Olympics in running. Now, I had this goal when I was in 6th grade. I was still pretty young. But I started running every single day. By the time I was in 8th grade, I was running 15 miles every day. By my freshman year, I was ranked number 10 in the state of Massachusetts. Wow. Now, my senior, junior, sophomore year, I was number 1. Okay? Now, herein lies the problem. If I was a gold medalist, you would probably know it. I never became a gold medalist. Now, there's a reason for this. My senior year, I was involved in a car accident. I broke my back 2 places. Paralyzed 6 months, 2 years rehabilitation. Now, most people would say that's a good reason to never be a gold medalist. But ultimately, that's not the reason. It's me. And it's my mindset. Because I allowed people to tell me that I could never get there. They told me it was out of the question. I gave up on my goal. Now, I've had many other goals in life. I wanted to be a teacher. Both my father and many other people said, if you want to be a teacher, you'll never make any money. You'll never be able to raise a family. I gave up on my goal. Now, my point to you in this is it took me 10 years to open up the doorway and be a teacher again. Eventually, the door opened, and it was my mother that got me to eventually go after that goal and that dream. Now, the next point I have for you tonight is about my mom. My mom's taught me many valuable life lessons. The most important one she taught me, to be determined, to be motivated. She didn't actually teach me by words, but by doing. Now, my mom's story is very prevalent in my mind. I think about it every day. Now, the reason it's so important, and to tell you the facts, my mom has 2 terminal illnesses. She has both MS and Parkinson's. Now, to tell you a little bit about MS, it attacks your nervous system, eventually crippling you. Parkinson's also attacks your nervous system, but it also attacks your brain, leaves holes in your brain. Now the problem with this is, both these two combined, if there was a doctor here would tell you within 3 to 5 years, you're pretty much in a wheelchair. Now the reason I talk about this is because my mom has both. My mom was diagnosed over 10 years ago. My mom's not in a wheelchair. My mother has so much determination and motivation in her life to accomplish her dreams and her goals, she does not let anything deter her from her dreams. Now to tell you the facts, my mother's a teacher. She works 9 to 5, just like I do. My mother volunteers at 7 different organizations in my town. My mother goes to church every single week. She's a Sunday school teacher. She's a deacon. She's a mentor for young children. Now you might think, wow, this is a lot for a woman with 2 terminal illnesses. But to my mom, it's not. My mom, 8 months ago, decided she was going to do another goal. She decided to write a book. Now I want you to imagine yourself with no hands. Think about it, no hands. If I was to take this pen to show you an example, if my mother tries to write, her hand's going like this. She can't write. If she tries to type, her fingers twitch so much she hits too many keys. Do you think it's hard to write a book? You might think it's hard, right? Maybe for you, really hard if you can't write or type. My mother did not let this stop her. My mother went to a store, she bought a program that would allow her to type by speaking. She'll be done her book in 2 months. Now the reason I tell you this is because every single one of you, I'm sure, has a goal or a dream to be somewhere, to get something. We all let things stop us. Either it's someone or it's you. We all tell ourselves tomorrow, next week, next month. Ultimately, it's up to you. If you want to truly accomplish something, you need to do it not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Most of you may know this phrase. The phrase is carpe diem. Means seize the day. Seize the day, my friends. Because if you don't, tomorrow may never come. Thank you.